The Baseball Canada Cup, the Ray Carter Cup, presented by Kildare Fisheries. Every dream starts somewhere. On quiet diamonds, in small towns, with big dreams. This summer, Canada's best young talent comes together in one place. The Baseball Canada Cup, the Ray Carter Cup, presented by Kildare Fisheries. The next generation. The next great leaders. The next names you'll one day hear on the biggest stage in the world. Future draft picks. Future all-stars. Future major leaguers. And it all begins right here. Summerside becomes the stage where champions rise. This isn't just a tournament. This is the future of Canadian baseball. The future plays here. Be there when it begins.
good to go.
Leading off the top of the first for the Moncton Mets, the center fielder number 4, Don Goods.
Welcome in, folks, as we welcome you a special edition of Goody's Auto Body Islanders. This game, of course, for those who don't know, taking place at Legends Field in Summerside. Tonight, the Islanders will be taking on the Moncton Mets. As the leadoff man, center fielder Don Goods steps in, Brody McDonald will have the ball for the Islanders. As there's a ball hit into foul territory towards Dylan Worth, and he'll record the out for the first out of the inning.
Second baseman number 29, Nick St. Pierre.
For the Islanders, they entered today their first game out of first place this year in the NBSBL as an 11-10 loss to the Chatham Ironmen Tuesday night would send them into second place for the first time in a long time. In steps the second baseman for today, Nick St. Pierre. St. Pierre, one of the top Mets hitters this season. McDonald will start him off with strike one. McDonald making his first appearance for the Islanders after his game was shortened a few weeks ago in Moncton, when Sam Lund would be the second batter of the game, hitting a comebacker off McDonald's hand and knocking him out of the game. As there's a swinging strike for strike two to St. Pierre, quickly ahead 0-2. For the Islanders around the infield, Cole McLaren behind the plate, Logan Gland at third, Dylan Worth at shortstop, Logan McDougall, the Summerside PEI native, at second base. To his side at first base, another Summerside PEI native, Josh Myers. In left field, Simon Dubois, the center fielder, Jack Kraft, and in right field, the final Summerside PEI native in the lineup, as there's strike three.
Left fielder number 17, Colin Betts.
As I was saying, in right field, the final Summerside PEI native in the starting lineup, Duncan Pickett. This will bring in Colin Betts. So 4 pitches, 4 strikes, and 2 outs here so far for returning McDonald. So there's an announcer's curse, ball 1 to Betts. For Betts, a bright spot this year for the Mets, and a hopeful sign for the future as the affiliate player from the junior team has turned it on as of late. Ball 2 is going to miss just low, 2-0 now. For the Islanders, first place is not yet lost, as there is a chance if they win out in the remainder of their games and they get some help from the St. John Alpines, as it's a strike inside. As I was saying, if the Islanders can win out and they get some help from the St. John Alpines, who are playing the Chatham Ironmen 5 games for the remainder of the season, then the Islanders may yet find themselves reclaiming the top of the NBSBL. As McDonald readies for the 2-1. Strike in there as he evens the count. That ball fouled off the mesh here at Legends Field. Legends Fields, of course, for those of you who aren't familiar with the PEI baseball scene, just having been redone, a formerly all gravel infield now hosts a new dirt infield. So the first senior baseball game ever being played here tonight on the reconstructed infield. So there's balls, the count works full to bats. So here's the payoff pitch. Fouled. towards the Moncton Mets dugout. So for the Mets today, they enter play with a record of 3-21. The bottom of the table, having all but secured 5th place, they will await either the St. John Alpines or potentially the Fredericton Royals. As there's strike 3 for McDonald to end the first inning. 3 up and 3 down.
Scored no runs on no hits with no Islanders errors. They left no runners on base. Score after half an inning, 0-0. Starting with the Moncton Mets, number 7, Justin Cormier.
As is the usual, Simon Dubois is going to step in to lead things off for the Islanders as there's strike 1. And that one's going to catch the outside corner, strike 2. So quickly, 0-2 now to Dubois. On the mound for the Mets, the regular shortstop, Justin Cormier, as Dubois is going to flare that off foul at a play. Cormier, having logged the second most innings this year for the Mets at 36, enters today's play with a 5.06 ERA, 2 wins and 4 losses. So that one's in the dirt. Ball 1, 1-2. Cormier, familiar name to Islanders fans, as he's been picked up for the last 2 consecutive Nationals, and I'm happy to tell you all that he will be coming back this year as the Islanders head to Chatham. So there's a ball hit hard towards Nick St. Pierre, and Dubois will be retired for the first out of the inning.
Catcher number 5, Cole McLaren.
Dubois will be retired for the first out of the inning as in steps Cole McLaren, the catcher. That ball's high and tight, ball 1. Cormier's going to shake, sets and delivers. Another one high and inside, ball 2. Max LeBlanc behind the dish tonight for the Mets. An affiliate of their junior team, I do believe. So that one's in there. 2-1 now to McLaren. That ball's grounded over to third base as Brian Smith will make the throw over. 2 away now for the Islanders.
First baseman number 20, Josh Myers.
Now for the Islanders, in steps Summerside PEI native Josh Myers. First baseman for today. There's a ball in dirt low. So for the Moncton Mets, around the infield, behind the dish is Max LeBlanc. At third base, Brian Smith. The shortstop, Jeremy Moret. Second baseman, Nick St. Pierre. As Josh Myers is going to hit one into left field towards Betts. And that'll be retired for the third out of the inning.
In the bottom of the first, the Islanders scored no runs on no hits with no Mets errors. There were no runners left on base. Score after one complete, 0-0.
So for the Mets, in steps Sean Bartley, the right fielder hitting cleanup today. Entering today's contest with a .286 batting average. So that one's in there for ball one. So down the line in the Islanders bullpen, it appears Ben McDougall is warming, the Summerside native. There's a strike fouled towards the Mets dugout. So it seems as though the plan for the Islanders today is to give McDonald a little bit of a rehab start per se. Definitely not going the full distance that he usually would, but just to get him out here for a few innings and see how the hand is and get him some work heading into nationals. So that's a fastball, or a curveball, sorry. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Up 1-2 now, McDonald. McDonald, of course, came up big last year at the Nationals, going 7 innings to beat Team Quebec. by a score of 7-2 as there's strike 3.
Designated hitter number 14, Jackson Decker.
So in steps the designated hitter, Jackson Decker. One of the few Mets who work double duty, both pitching and hitting. Decker is the top innings leader for the Mets with 39. So with one away, here goes McDonald. Ball inside, just past the mid of Cole McLaren. Would also be remiss if I didn't mention behind the plate tonight is another Summerside native, home plate umpire Caleb Snow. So that one's in there, ball just low that drops out of the mid of McLaren. It's 2-0 here now to Decker. That ball's grounded foul for strike 1. So for the Islanders, a tough loss on Tuesday night as things started off rough, getting down to an 8-0 deficit early in the game. They would claw their way back thanks to a few Ironman error to tie the game at 10s in the later stages before the Ironman would take the lead. 11-10, sorry, in the 7th inning with the help of a triple that would score 1. Sam Worth would then go on to make an amazing defensive play on a bunt, on a sacrifice squeeze bunt, and put down another would-be Ironman run as that ball is traveling out towards center field, caught by Jack Kraft for the second out.
Shortstop number 9, Jeremy Moray.
Ben McDougall would come on Tuesday night in that game in relief of Nathan Van Putten, going 5 2/3 innings, surrendering 1 earned run, which would be the deciding run for the Ironmen. For the Ironmen, Jan Rail would start, giving way to Julio Hernandez, who eventually would give way to Zach Goss for the final 2 2/3 innings. So that's in there for strike 1. So here's the shortstop for the night, Jeremy Moray, as that one swung on 0-2. Moray, in a rather short sample of 11 at-bats, having a great season so far for the Mets, with 6 hits, hitting .545, 4 singles and 2 doubles. So the 0-2 is going to miss just low there. 1-2 now to Moray. Swung on, strike 3 for the third out. So McDonald will go 3 up, 3 down once more.
Score after 1.5, 0-0. Ladies and gentlemen, Islanders would like to take a moment to recognize their title sponsor, Goody's Auto Body. Goody's Auto Body has been the title sponsor of the Charlottetown Islanders since their inaugural season in 2010. Head on down to see the proud new owner, Jonathan, and his incredible team on Eaton Street for all your auto body needs.
So in steps the designated hitter to lead things off in the second inning, Tyler Taylor. So that one bounces ball one. So it's 1-1 now after a swinging strike from Taylor. As that ball's hit hard in the left center gap. And Don Goods won't be able to get there. As there's a double to start things off for Tyler Taylor. To a raucous Summerside crowd. So with none away here and a runner on second, in steps the Summerside PEI native Logan McDougall. That ball's flared over and at a play on the first baseline. Strike one.
All foul balls are property of the Charlottetown Islanders baseball team. Return any game ball to the canteen to receive coupon courtesy of A&W for free order fries and a root beer.
Strike one there. McDougall grew up in Summerside, a native of the area, played all of his minor ball here before heading off to the University of Calgary for his university ball. As that ball's flared out towards right field, towards the Mets bullpen, and Bartley won't get there. So 0-2 now to McDougall. So McDougall, I'm imagining here, hoping to set off this raucous home crowd. Here's the 0-2. A curveball fouled off towards the Mets bullpen. Cormier is going to look in and get the sign, trying the 0-2 again. Taylor leads off second as the Islanders hope to break this scoreless drought in the second inning. That ball flared out towards the right fielder. Taylor won't tag. Bartley catches it in shallow territory for the first out.
Right fielder number 36, Duncan Pickett.
So back-to-back we'll go with the Summerside natives, as here's the right fielder, number 36, Duncan Pickett. Pickett enters today with 4 home runs to his name, as that's a ball outside. Imagining Pickett's would like to add one, maybe even a few extra to that total here. The new reconstructions to Legends Field have pushed the plate even further forward, as it's now only 290 feet down the lines. So that one's cut on and missed, 1-1. So as I was saying, 290 down the lines, 355 to center. Definitely still a decent poke to get out of here, but not quite comparable to the confines of Memorial Field. So that one's a ball that's going to be smothered up there by Max LeBlanc. He does a good job to go and get that. 2-1 now to Pickett's. Pickets, I should mention, more so a native of the Summerside area. A true native of Calvin Grove, as that one swung on and missed. 2-2 now. Played his minor baseball in Summerside and played his hockey career in Kensington with the Kensington Vipers. A captain of the Kensington Junior B Vipers before winning the Island title this year with the senior intermediate team. So that one swung on and missed.
For baseman number 4, Logan.
So here's the 2019 Rookie of the Year, Logan Glant, playing third base today, as the Islanders hope to make the most of a Tyler Taylor leadoff double. Caleb Snow is going to say Logan Glant went through on that one there. That's their strike one here as the clouds hover over Legends Field. Curveball flared out of play, strike 2. Is Cormier trying to work out of a leadoff double from Tyler Taylor? See if Logan Glant can scratch Taylor home and give the Islanders the lead. Strike 3, so Cormier's gonna erase the leadoff double as it remains 0-0.
One hit with no Mets errors. They left one runner on base. After 2 complete, the score is 0-0. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take a moment to recognize some of our key sponsors for the 2026 season. The Islanders are proud to acknowledge Greenfoot Energy Solutions, Chucky Sports Excellence, BBJ Construction, Red Isle Realty, Galmac, Island Auto Sales, Mill River Resort, and Boston Pizza as our platinum sponsors. If you or someone you know are looking for more information on how to become a sponsor for the Islanders, please reach out on our website at islandersbooster.com.
So there's ball one as the Summerside native Ben McDougall is going to enter the game. A little extra amped up for this one, I imagine. Plenty of friends and family in the stands. As he evens the count 1-1 with what looks like a changeup. McDougall, as I mentioned, threw 5 2/3. Only 1 earned in relief Tuesday night against the Ironmen. As that one's fouled out of play, strike 2. So McDougall quickly back ahead now of the Mets third baseman, Brian Smith. So there's a single from Smith to start things off.
First baseman number 15, Seth Hartwell.
That'll bring up one of many Mets affiliates in the lineup tonight, Seth Hartwell. So for Brody McDonald, a short stint going 6 up, 6 down through 2 innings as McDonald comes on in relief. Or McDougal, sorry. McDonald strike out 4 of the 6 Mets batters he's seen, needing only 25 pitches to work through 2 innings. That ball's lifted out towards center field. Jack Kraft going back, and Hartwell will be retired for the first out of the inning.
Catcher number 10, Max LeBlanc.
So 1 away now, as there's strike 1 to LeBlanc. Another affiliate in the lineup. So 4 of the 5 Mets fielders today, affiliate players, the junior team. That one's going to catch the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 to LeBlanc. McDougal looks for the 0-2 as Smith leads off first. That ball fouled out of play. So the count's going to remain 0-2. Curveball in the dirt there as LeBlanc won't offer 1-2 now. For LeBlanc, I do believe his debut here tonight with the senior team, definitely a special accomplishment for anyone, as that's a ground ball towards Logan Glant, over to McDougal at second, out at second, but LeBlanc will beat the throw at first.
Center fielder number 4, Don Goods.
So a near double play there, as that'll bring back the top of the Mets order, Don Goods. As he's going to offer at that one for strike 1, a changeup. McDougal, a very effective changeup thrower. His biggest weapon for sure in his arsenal. Blends it very well with his fastball. So that ball's flared softly towards the outfield, and it's going to drop in. LeBlanc rounding for third. Kraft picks up, and he'll hold it off, throwing that into second. So 2-out single for Don Good.
Second baseman number 29, Nick St. Pierre.
So with runners on the corners here and 2 away, interesting to see what the Mets do, if they're going to send Goods here or if they'll fear the arm of Cole McLaren, last year's Defensive Player of the Year behind the dish. So there's ball 1 high to St. Pierre. That one's going to catch the outside corner. Strike 1 to even the count. 1-1. Goods leads off. And he's going to be on the move. He buckles there. There's a changeup that's going to miss just inside and low. So Good's nearly catching himself in trouble, trying to get a good jump, but will be able to make it to second unscathed. It's 2-1 here to St. Pierre. So that ball's hit back out towards right field and onto the street. A 3-run home run for Nick St. Pierre.
Left fielder number 17, Colin Betts.
St. Pierre's going to get the Mets on the board and break the scoreless drought. A 3-run home run there. Great piece of hitting into the right center gap. So here's Colin Betts. Strike one. Dougal looking to shake that one off here and get out of the inning. So that one's going to miss just low. 1-1 now. Curveball looked like they're missing low. That ball's hit out to right towards Duncan Pickett, sending him back and gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Mets. 4-0 now. They lead.
Right fielder number 6, Sean Hartley.
Here's Sean Bartley, the right fielder. After back-to-back 2-out home runs for the Mets. A couple impressive pokes there. Dougal's going to look to try to get out of this inning. That ball's flied up there towards Logan Gallant. He'll camp under it and get the final out of the third, top of the third.
Mets scored 4 runs on 4 hits with no Islanders errors. There were no runners left on base. Score after 2.5 innings, the Moncton Mets 4, Charlottetown, Goodies Autobody Islanders 0. Leading off the bottom of the third to the Islanders, the center fielder number 29, Jack Graff. shortstop, number 11, Dylan Worth.
So here's the shortstop, Dylan Worth, to lead off the bottom of the third. So that ball's hit hard and deep towards center field, but Goods will get there at the track. The first out of the inning, or second of the inning.
Left fielder number 44, Simon Dubois.
Two away, one of the league's top hitters, Simon Dubois, is going to step in and look to make something happen. Strike one in there on the outside half. So far for the Islanders, only one base runner coming via a Tyler Taylor double. So that one's outside. 1-1 now. Cormier effective through 3 so far, for 2 2/3 so far tonight, as that one's fouled straight back, 1-2. The Islanders, Ethan Smith warms in the bullpen. Their top reliever so far this year and one of the top pitchers in the NBSBL, holding the second best ERA behind Islanders starter Tanner McLean. That ball's tapped towards short. A tough play for Mora. Dubois runs well, and he's going to be out. So 3 up, 3 down for Cormier, and after 3, the Mets lead 4-0.
The bottom of the third, the Islanders scored no runs on no hits with no Mets errors. There were no runners left on base. 4 after 3 complete. Moncton Mets 4, Charlottetown, Goodies on the Islanders 0. The Islanders would like.
Ben McDougal will return for the top of the 4th, with Ethan Smith warming as Jackson Decker will step in, the designated hitter tonight for the Mets. And that's a changeup, swung on and missed, strike 1. Rather large crowd here tonight in Summerside, despite a little bit of dark and gloomy weather. So that one's going to miss low. 1-1 now to Decker. The Islanders less than 3 weeks away from Chatham, as that's 1-2. Less than 3 weeks away from Chatham Miramichi for the Nationals, but still have to remain focused on the task at hand, securing potentially first and at the very least, hopefully second. As that one's going to miss just outside 2-2. So the Islanders, the goal here, trying to win out and secure a home playoff series. So that ball's flared up over to the first baseline. Myers goes and off the fence. So Myers, great effort there, but won't be able to get to that one. As that one's in there for strike 3.
Shortstop number 9, Jeremy Moret.
Swung away here after Decker's retired. So that one's in there, strike 1. That ball flared off behind us into the little Gaudet Arsenal field, strike 2. Quickly 0-2 here as McDougall seems to have settled in the second inning of work. And that one's fouled back right towards the press box to remain 0-2. There's strike 3. Back-to-back Mets strikeouts. This is 2 away now.
Brian Smith.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Brian Smith. Tonight's Islanders' second baseman, Logan McDougall. Brothers with current pitcher Ben McDougall. That ball is hit softly up the middle. Dylan Worth ranging over to Myers to get the third out of the inning. A great play as that'll breathe a little life into this Summerside crowd.
In the top of the fourth, the Mets scored no runs on no hits with no Islanders errors. There were no runners left on base. Score after 3.5, Mets 4, Islanders 0.
So Cole McLaren's going to lead things off for the Islanders in the bottom of the fourth. Hoping to get this hoping to get back into this one. So there's ball one, low. Trailing by 4 here to the Mats. So they hope to pick up their 4th win of the season. And Cormier will even the count 1-1. Cormier extremely effective here tonight dealing with these Islanders bats. It's a curveball that's going to miss up and in. 2-1 now to McLaren. McLaren, a extremely patient batter. So there's a curveball that's going to be laced out into the left center gap. And caught by Don Goods on the track. A spectacular catch by the Mets center fielder to retire the first out. So with the spectacular catch out there in left center field by Goods, that'll bring Josh Myers to the dish. There's ball one. Myers, one of many Islanders this year with multiple home runs, as he sits tied for the team lead with 4. There's another ball. 2-0 now. Cormier seemingly not wanting to go inside to Cormier, or to Myers, sorry, as he knows that's where the power alley is. And that one's in there. Strike one, 2-1 now. So an advantage count here for Myers as he looks to get this crowd up and on their feet. That one's fouled straight back, 2-2. Cormier winds. Here's the 2-2. Ball, just low. Count works full. Payoff pitch. Swung on. Strike 3.
Designated hitter number 39, Tyler Taylor.
So there's a curveball up to Taylor. 1-0. That one swung on and missed. Even the count 1-1. Taylor double into left center field last time, as it looked like Cole McLaren would start the inning off the same way, but a spectacular catch by Don Goods. That was a baller. That ball's hit high in between shortstop and center field. And the left fielder, Betts, is going to call that one off as the Islanders go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 4th.
The Islanders scored no runs on no hits with no Mets errors. There were no runners left on base. Score after 4 complete, Mets 4, Islanders 0. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some more very important sponsors that we would like to recognize at this time. A special shout out to more of our gold sponsors: Big Dog Convenience, Capital Honda, Arsenault Brothers Construction, Provincial Credit Union, Centennial Nissan, and Preston Murphy Trucking. All play a major role in making this season a success. Thank you to all of our sponsors.
So Ethan Smith staying warm down the Islanders bullpen as Seth Harquell is going to lead things off for the Mats. So that ball's hit hard into the right center gap. Jack Kraft on the move. He's going to slide but won't get there as Harquell is going to hold up at first.
Catcher number 10, Max LeBlanc.
So with a Harquell leadoff single, that'll bring Max LeBlanc to the dish. So that ball's hit towards Logan Glant, over to McDougall for one, and a LeBlanc is safe at first. A great first end of the turn. A great first end of the turn there, as they're unable to get LeBlanc over at first, who proves that he runs well.
Number 4, Don Goods.
So Logan Glant does a great job of fielding that one cleanly and sending it over to McDougall. And McDougall just a split second behind LeBlanc at first. So here's the leadoff man, Don's Goods. This is a curveball. Misses up and out for ball one. This is a changeup. It'll go low for ball two. 2-0 here. Goods, one of the best batters so far this year, brought in as an import this year for the Mets and proving his worth today with a spectacular catch in center field as that ball's hit towards Jack Kraft out in center, but he'll catch it to retire Goods for the second out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 29, Nick St. Pierre.
So with St. Pierre having hit a 3-run shot the last inning, that'll bring Ethan Smith from the Islanders bullpen. Great effort from Ben McDougall in the hometown, as I'll let the crowd take him away.
This call of the bullpen is brought to you by Apex Auto. Now pitching for the Charlottetown Islanders, number 8, Ethan Smith. baseman, number 29, Nick St. Pierre.
So that'll spell the end of McDougal's night. He goes 2 2/3, giving up 5 hits and 4 earned with 2 strikeouts. As Ethan Smith will take things on in the top of the 5th with 2 away, and Max LeBlanc at first base. St. Pierre, the batter, last time up with the 3-run home run. As there's a back pick from McLaren. And that'll be a ball high to start off St. Pierre. Smith working completely out of relief this season for the Islanders. As there's a foul ball out into VIV Park that is under construction, as Legends Field and VIV Field will both host the Baseball Canada Cup and the 15U Ray Carter Cup in the next coming weeks. So tonight's sort of a kickoff to a big few weekends ahead of baseball in the city of Summerside. As Smith checks over on LeBlanc again. Oh, and LeBlanc's going to get in there just in the nick of time. So the Islanders keeping their eye on the Mets affiliated catcher. Rather quick, he's shown so far as he's beat out the back end of 2 double plays. So that ball's flared foul by St. Pierre, 1-2. For Smith, this is his 9th appearance this season for the Islanders. All coming in relief. As the 1-2 is going to miss just outside, 2-2. LeBlanc leads off first. The 2-2 grounded foul towards the Mets dugout. It's 2-2, two-way. St. Pierre. That ball's up and out of play. St. Pierre battling here as he'll see his 7th pitch from Smith. Smith will look in for the sign. Blanc leads off first, so he'll try the 2-2 again. As he steps off and takes an eye on LeBlanc. So here's the 2-2 once more coming from Smith. Another ball fouled out of play towards VIV. As the young fans here in attendance at Legends Park scramble for the foul ball. So here comes the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Smith deals. Fouled towards the Mets dugout. We will see yet another pitch in this grueling battle between Smith and St. Pierre. Smith sets as a sign. Back to LeBlanc again, and they got him! 5th time is the charm. A great move from Smith will end the top of the fifth.
There were no runners left on base. Score after 4.5. Mets 4, Islanders 0. Second baseman number 40, Logan McDougall.
So the bottom of the fifth will bring up Logan McDougall to cheers of the hometown Summerside crowd as he looks to get things going for the Islanders. That ball's ripped down the left field line. McDougall turning around first, and he'll hold on as Betts is going to throw that one in rather quickly. So a leadoff single for McDougall.
Right fielder number 36, Duncan Pickett.
So leadoff single for McDougall down the line will bring up Pickett's as the Summerside natives look to get things going here for the Islanders. There's ball one in the dirt. Cormier here tonight, extremely effective going through the first 4 innings as the Islanders hope to knock their national import, or their national pickup, sorry, out of this one soon. There's a ball low, 2-0 now to Pickett's. So the Mets, Brandon Hillier is going to pop out of the dugout, it looks like. This will be joined by Justin Bro. Not too sure who's getting the call in the bullpen there, as that's strike one, swung on a miss by Pickett's. So it seems as though it'll be Justin Bro potentially getting loose for the Mets. Ball low, 3-1 now to Pickett's, who offered a bunt but pulled back when he seen a changeup low. Pickett's not afraid to bunt for a hit at all, having set the all-time senior nationals record with hits last year at the tournament, as he'll take a ball 4.
Third baseman number 4, Logan Gaudet.
So for the Mets, actually, it's going to be Hillier warming. A prominent bullpen arm in this league, and definitely for the Mets, their closer. That ball's hit hard towards second base. Pickett will get in there to break it off, but it'll be a double play.
Center fielder number 29, Jack Kraft.
So one pitch will be 2 outs there for Justin Cormier as up steps Jack Kraft, center fielder. And that's a curveball in there for strike 1. There's a fastball up and away, 1-1 now to Kraft. The ground ball double play will advance Logan McDougall to third. As there's ball 2, 2-1 now to Kraft. The Islanders hoping to scratch their first run of the game across here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll need a Jack Kraft hit here with 2 away. And there's ball 3 in the dirt, smothered by LeBlanc. So for Kraft, plenty of power in his bat. 3-1 count here as he looks to put the Isles on the board. As there's a towering fly ball towards center fielder Don Goods. He'll pick it up out of the twilight sky to retire Kraft for the 3rd out of the inning.
In the bottom of the 5th, the Islanders scored no runs on a 1 hit with no Mets errors. There was 1 runner left on base. Score after 5 complete. Mets 4, Islanders 0. Hey Islanders fans, are you looking to stay up to date with everything Islanders? Make sure you head on over to our Facebook, Instagram, and X pages. Give us a follow so you don't miss any of the action. You can also get inside access to see what's happening with the Islanders around the league by checking our website at goodiesislanders.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we please ask you to take out your 50-50 tickets. The winning number...
With a pickoff of Max LeBlanc, Ethan Smith and Nick St. Pierre, who were in the middle of an 8-pitch at bat, will square off again here with a fresh count. Have to say that this would favor St. Pierre here. This is a curveball high for ball 1. Smith, the top Islanders arm out of the bullpen, entering today working 15 2/3. So that's a foul ball out of play. Smith enters this game having worked 15 2/3 through 8 appearances with a 1.34 ERA. So here's the 1-1. Curveball bending in there. Strike 2. 1-2 now for Smith. So Smith, who worked ahead 1-2 in the last inning against St. Pierre, will find himself in a similar spot. And that one's fouled at a play again. 1-2.
The Islanders would like to take a moment to congratulate tonight's 50-50 winner, Colleen Yo. Congratulations, Colleen.
Exactly. So Colleen Yo is going to take home tonight's 50-50 of $247. Congratulations, Colleen. As there's a ball towards Josh Myers, he'll flip to Smith, who will cover first to retire St. Pierre.
Left fielder number 17, Colin Betts.
So over 2 separate back-to-back at-bats there. Nick St. Pierre will see 13 pitches from Smith and end up with a ground out to Josh Myers. As there's one away here in the top of the 6th, in steps another Mets home run hitter, Colin Betts. There's a curveball that misses just low, 1-0 to Betts. Fastball in there, 1-1 to even the count. Smith's shining moment so far as an Islander came last year in the playoffs as the Islanders were up 3-0 heading to Chatham. As there's a swinging strike on a curveball. The Islanders were up 3-0 heading to Chatham, hoping to secure their 3rd straight NBSBL title, as Smith would get the ball and throw 7 scoreless one-hit innings to help the Islanders to victory. So that one's fouled back by Betts. Another curveball there. So for Smith, only 2 starts so far in his career, but in his 3rd year here has worked himself into a very trusted bullpen role with the Islanders. So that one's fouled back again. 1-2 now. So here's the 1-2 once more. So that ball's flown out towards the left fielder. Dubois coming in as he'll call off Dylan Wirth, and he can't get there. As he'll drop that one, and Betts will hustle into second base.
Right fielder number 6, Sean Hartley.
And there's a strike in there, strike 1. So with 1 strike and 1 away, there's strike 2. The right fielder, Sean Bartley. So Colin Betts is going to hustle in there to second on a pop fly that just kind of escaped everyone, was a little bit into no man's land. I'm sure the twilight here at Legends Park had something to do with that as well. It's now 1-2 to Bartley. So 1-2 with 1 away here in the top of the 6th. As the Mets lead 4-0, and the Islanders seemingly running out of chances. And that's strike 3, swung on and missed for the second out of the inning.
Number 14, Jackson Decker.
So here's the designated hitter, Jackson Decker. Betts leads off second. Slide into shallow right field. Pickens is going to come up with a throw. Just out of the reach of McLaren being able to snap on a tag, so a flare shot results in a Jackson Decker RBI single, 5-0 match.
Shortstop number 9, Jeremy Moret.
That one flared towards the Mets dugout, and no play there. That ball's hit a little too softly. 0-1. Decker's going to lead off first. As Smith sets. Deals. That one's fouled off. 0-2. So here's the 0-2 as Decker leads off first with 2 away. Strike 3 on the outside corner. So ball that drops in left field and a Jackson Decker flare single will bring the Mets a 5-0 lead heading into the bottom of the 6th.
Score after 5.5 innings, the Mets 5, Islanders 0.
So here's the shortstop, Dylan Wirth, as Brandon Hillier comes on in relief of Justin Cormier. And he starts Dylan Wirth off the ball outside. For Cormier, turning in a great performance, going 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and none earned. As there's a strike in there to even the count. For Brandon Hillier, this will be his 5th appearance of the season with the Mets. last time out versus the Islanders, Hillier would pick up the win as the Mets would walk off the Islanders with a double down the line to steal the win at home. So here's the 1-2 now to Worth. Hillier winds. A fastball high, 2-2 now. Hillier, I believe, starting off the season on the IL for the Mets, as we're glad to see that he's back and healthy now. There's a ball outside. His count works full, 3-2. So for the Islanders in desperate need of base runners, as they're now in a 5-0 hole with only 6 outs to spare. So there's a fastball all the way to the backstop, and that'll be a walk.
Left fielder number 44, Simon Dubois.
So Hillier gets ahead of Worth 1-2, but he'll lose him with 3 straight balls. As here's the leadoff man, Simon Dubois. That one's fouled at a play, strike 1. So Hillier gets ahead of Dubois 0-1 as Worth leads off first. And there's a ball just low as it looks like Dubois was going to offer a bunt attempt, but decided otherwise. It seems as though Hillier threw a changeup there. So Hillier looks in here for the 1-1. Dubois, the Islanders' top hitter in average so far this year. So that's a ball inside, 2-1 now. So Dubois hitting .378, good for 5th best in the league, the top Islander this year so far. As that's a hard hit ground ball up the middle. Worth's going to hold up at second base. And it's first and second with none away for Cole McLaren.
Catcher number 5, Cole McLaren.
So a Dylan Worth walk and a Simon Dubois single. We'll see the first 2 batters Brendan Hillier faces reach base as in steps Cole McLaren. As it seems as though Hillier may be unable to see the signs right now. So we'll see here. Maybe they had to switch up the signs with the runner on second, or maybe they go to body signs as there's a ball up and in to start off McLaren. McLaren, ever patient batter here as he comes in today with a .444 on base percentage. So Harquail's going to be drawn in at first. Smith staying even at second. As there's another ball, it's going to miss on the inside, 2-0. Seemingly to the dismay of Brendan Hillier. There's a strike. So here's the 2-1 with 2 on, none away. That's going to miss high, ball 3, as Hillier's going to ask where that is, and Max LeBlanc's going to go out and have a chat with the Mets reliever. So 3-1 here to McLaren. That ball's hit hard, ranging towards the hole at shortstop. And Nick St. Pierre will be off the bag. So Morey looking to turn the double play. Dubois runs well. And McLaren will be on to load the bases for Josh Myers.
First baseman number 20, Josh Myers.
So in steps Josh Myers. It's a foul ball and a play towards VIV. The Islanders hoping to crawl back into this one as they're down 5-0 here, but they have the bases loaded with none away. Myers coming up to the dish with a large ovation from the hometown Summerside crowd, as it seems just about everyone's stuck around here. That ball's flared out towards left field, towards fair territory, and out of the reach of Colin Betts and Jeremy Morey. 0-2 now to Moncton. So Hillier here ahead of Myers, 0-2. That ball's flared out towards center field. Don Goods, I thought that was getting out to center field, but right to Jeremy Morey at shortstop, 1 away.
Designated hitter number 39, Tyler Taylor.
So that'll bring up Tyler Taylor, who's got a double in this game. One of very few Islanders hits today. As it's a fastball, maybe a changeup even, swung on and missed. So bases loaded here with 1 away. The Islanders seemingly running out of chances, as they're hoping one swing from Tyler Taylor can get them right back into this game. And there's another fastball cut on and missed. 0-2 now, as Hillier works ahead of Myers and now Taylor. Here's the 0-2 to Taylor. Ball low. Looked like maybe a changeup or a two-seamer there. There's a changeup that's going to miss low and outside. 2-2 now as Taylor works his way back into this count. So Hillier looking to get his second here, as he'd send the bases loaded. That one's fouled up and out of play. Count will remain 2-2. So with 1 away, Hillier sets and readies for the 2-2 to Taylor. A curveball that's going to get away from Max LeBlanc. But great hustle there, as he'll stop Dylan Wirth from advancing on a pass ball to score. Count now full. So the count works full here with the bases loaded for Tyler Taylor. So that's going to be ball 4 outside. So the Islanders will scratch their first run across off a Tyler Taylor walk.
Second baseman number 40, Logan McDougall.
So the scene's set here on a beautiful night in Summerside. The Islanders down 5-1. The base is loaded and one away as in steps the Summerside native, Logan McDougall. And that's going to hit him in the hand. So another run will score for the Islanders. Simon Dubois will come across. And Duncan Pickett will step up to the...
Duncan Pickett.
So 5-2 with one away. As here's the Summerside native Duncan Pickett, the Kelvin Grove native rather, Duncan Pickett's growing up just 10 minutes from this ball field, playing the majority of his minor baseball here. As it seems as though the Mosquitoes are getting to Brandon Hillier now. That one's gonna miss up and in, 1-0. Pickett's no stranger to the moment here. One of the Islanders' top performers at Nationals last year. So there's ball 2. 2-0 quickly now to Pickett's. That one cut on and missed. 2-1 now to Pickett's. That ball's in there. 2-2 now to Pickett's. 2-2 with one away here. It's the Islanders trail 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th. That one's foul tipped. Strike 3 into the mid of Max LeBlanc as there's 2 away.
Third baseman number 4, Logan Gaudet.
It's 2-way bases loaded here for the Islanders as they hope to cut into this deficit even more. There's ball 1 up and in to Gallant. It seems as though we have a few Mets fans who've traveled to Legends Park tonight, getting a little rowdy. That ball's grounded towards third. Smith's gonna race Taylor to the bag, and he's safe. So Brian Smith trying to tag a bag as he had to come in on that ball, and Tyler Taylor's going to beat that out.
Fielder number 29, Jack Crab. Now running in first.
So here's Jack Kraft. So that one's cut on and miss, strike one. So 0-1 now to the Islanders center fielder. That ball's caught straight back. Kraft down 0-2 here. Swung on and missed. So Hillier is going to work a long bottom of the sixth, surrendering 3 runs to the Islanders on a couple of, not sure if you score them infield singles or maybe hits. And that'll be 5. So Ethan Smith back out for the 7th inning as he'll get the 7-8-9 of the Moncton Mets. Hoping to keep their bats at bay as the Islanders trying to crawl back into this one, cutting the deficit to 2 in the bottom of the 6th. As he's in there for strike 1 to start things off to Smith. There's a curveball popped straight up. Cole McLaren's going to battle with the fence, and that's at a play and caught by an Islanders fan in attendance. So a great snag off the field, as it'll now be 0-2 on the field to Brian Smith. Smith winds with the 0-2. Curveball fouled well at a play. Here's the 0-2 once more. A fastball swung on and missed for the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 15, Seth Hartwell.
So here's one away as the junior affiliate Seth Hartwell steps up and takes a curveball for strike 1. Great, as always, to see some familiar faces out at the park tonight as I look out of the announcer's booth. A great hometown turnout from the Summerside baseball fans. So that's a curveball flared out towards right field. Kraft on the move. Pickets will call him off for the second out of the inning.
Catcher number 10, Max LeBlanc.
So here's the catcher, Max LeBlanc, who in his debut game of senior baseball has beaten out a few ground balls and caught a great game behind the dish tonight as there's strike one with the fastball up and in. Smith working quickly here in the seventh. It's a curveball. It's going to miss just off 1-1 now. There's a fastball as he goes back up and in to get the swing strike 1 and 2. It's 2 out here, 1 and 2. There's a fastball fouled straight back to extend the count. Mets leadoff man Don Goods waits on deck. 1 for 3 with a run scored tonight. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3. As we'll head to the bottom of the 7th, the Islanders trailing by 2.
The top of the 7th, the Mets scored no runs on no hits with no Islanders errors. They left no runners on base. Score after 6.5 innings, Mets 5, Islanders 3.
From the Moncton Mats. If that's all for Ethan Smith, 2 1/3, 1 hit, and an unearned run. There's a ball up and out. Smith turning in another great performance out of the bullpen, the Islanders. There's a fastball up top, swung on and missed, 1-1 now. There's a changeup in there. 1-2 now to Worth. Worth the 9-hitter for the Islanders, hoping to start things off as he did last inning. The Islanders need 2 to stay alive and 3 to steal 1. There's a ball that'll get to the backstop. 2-2 now. So for Hillier, some issues with the command as Nathan Van Putten heads out to the Islanders bullpen should this game be extended into the 8th. There's a changeup low, 3-2. So, deja vu from the 6th inning as Hillier get ahead 1-2 to Worth and work him into a full count. Hillier winds. Here's the payoff. Fouled up and at a play by Worth. So he'll see one more at the very least. The Islanders obviously hoping to get their leadoff guy aboard. Oh, and there's a fastball inside to strike out Worth.
Left fielder number 44, Simon Dubois.
So with one away, here's Simon Dubois. Ground ball up the middle. Morey's going to slide over to Herquale. Hit ball past Hillier, and Dubois will reach safely.
Catcher number 5, Cole McLaren.
Dubois is going to ground one up in the middle hardly, snared by Morey, but Seth Herquale couldn't make the stretch. So it's a ball in the dirt to start off McLaren. One and 0 now here to McLaren, hoping to keep things going for the Islanders. 2-0 now as Hillier will miss low and away again. So seemingly with Van Putten warming, he will get the close tonight. Shall it go into the 8th inning? Or rather not the close, but he'll get the call. So that one's up high, 3-0, much to the dismay of Brandon Hillier. Can't quite imagine this is a green light situation here, as the Islanders need a few base runners. And that one's going to be on the outside corner of the plate, strike one. Oh, sorry. 3-1 here to McLaren now. That ball's rifled into left field.
First baseman number 20, Josh Myers.
So one away here. Dubois leads off second. McLaren leads off first. That ball's rifled into the right center gap. Off the fence on a hop. McLaren rounding third. Goods is going to pick it up. He got the send. Here's Nick St. Pierre to the plate. And McLaren in there as Josh Myers ties the game up in his own backyard. So it seems as though Brandon Hillier didn't quite like the seams on that baseball. Josh Myers may have tore them off with that double into the gap, as it's now a tie ball game with a runner on second here for the Islanders. So here's Tyler Taylor, who doubled earlier in the game. So that's going to be ball one, up and in. So Josh Myers having a rather quiet night so far, ignited this hometown crowd. There's a ball outside, 2-0. So she's 2-0 here for Tyler Taylor. The Islanders have crawled back into this one in the last few innings as they now have a chance to win. That ball hit hard towards St. Pierre, and he'll retire Taylor for the second out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 40, Logan McDougall.
So I'll let the Summerside crowd take it away, as here's the second baseman, Logan McDougall. So for the Islanders, a bit of a rough patch here over the last few weeks heading into Nationals. A chance to have a signature moment here, as there's a ball upstairs, 1-0 to McDougall. McDougall grew up just 3 minutes away from this ball field. Still lives on the same street. As I hear chants of the pride of Summerside, and there's a ball low and outside. 1-2 so far tonight for McDougall, as the place is packed, hoping the hometown hero can deliver a signature moment on the season. That ball's ripped up the middle, and McDougall walks it off at home. A pair of hometown heroes at Summerside. As the crowd at Legends Field goes wild. A Josh Myers double to even things up at the start of the inning. And a line drive single from Logan McDougall to end the game.
Let's go runners on base. Final score, the Islanders 6, Moncton 5.
One. This summer, every dream starts somewhere. On quiet diamonds, in small towns, with big dreams. This summer, Canada's best young talent comes together in one place. The Baseball Canada Cup. The Ray Carter Cup, presented by Hillier Fisheries. The next generation. The next great leaders. The next names you'll one day hear on the biggest stage in the world. Future draft picks. Future All-Stars. Future Major Leaguers. And it all begins right here. Summerside becomes the stage where champions rise. This isn't just a tournament. This is the future of Canadian baseball. The future plays here. Be there when it begins.